opportunity to WPC, and I would take you through an outline first, and then our experience curve both onshore and offshore, and then some field development examples of HOEC for DROC in onshore and BAT in offshore. Not going to the very much core of the theme. If you go and read this report, it's available on internet, and this is the report that I was reading last week. And I don't think anyone has to produce any slides from this. Just download this report and you have covered everything in the digital span of what has been happening in India and what we needs to do, the way forward. I have just put couple of contents of this report, and this is an excellent compilation and vision paper that has been put up by MOPNG. I would compliment all the stakeholders, all the participants who have been giving their input to this report, and this is wonderful report. I think we'll request everyone to read this report. So I'll not go very much into digital concepts as such, and just share the experience curve of this. The point is that when we are setting up path of this thing, I remember the way we were doing fourth round of pre-NELP exploration, and that amount of sequencing that we had to do for each of this. We had to do a lot of back and forth. Then we would go to ONGC and we'll try to get some raw data, do some processing, and this all would take time. Compare that with OLAP, HELP and DSF. Fantastic way of doing a round, I would say. Thanks to all the efforts of DG at Stalwarts here. The amount of effort that has gone into bring this round on a digital platform is phenomenal. I think I've seen other countries also, and the way we are conducting our DSF rounds and OLAP round is very, very welcome situation for all of us. If you see what is still needed is the architecture which has been set up, the NDR that has come out. We had a very small block and we were trying to think whether we can do a seismic in this small block. And when NDR was set up, we got an opportunity to go and review some data, regional data, and we found that already there is a 3D data in that block. We purchased that data at a very small cost, and our revised field development plan was ready. So we saved a big amount of money by going to NDR, and that's the first step of digitalization that DGH helped us, saved a lot of money for us, and we are on path of doing another round of drilling in our small field. So that kind of benefit that we are achieving. Second thing is what of these reports are also available. Well completion report, end of well reports are available. But what needs to be done is a lot of what I had observed. If you go back to Digboy oil field, which is our initial oil field, first oil field of India, if you go to Digboy oil field record room, if you see the well files there, the well file starts with the first page saying that when the well was released, the purpose of releasing that well, and then the whole well file is maintained till date. Means you know when some CT job was done, when a acidization was done, what was the type of results, and this was all maintained meticulously even after 100 years. And that's the kind of achievement that a dedicated group of team was doing. What we are trying to do by digitalization is repeat that same experience for all our wells. Sometimes a well is drilled, after almost, if it is dry, almost after 1 year a well completion report is seen. And that goes into central location. By that time 3 layers of people have got transferred. So the person who is finally signing that report is not aware as to why this well was released in first place. So a lot of our input as interpretation group also needs to be in place very much. Secondly, another issue that I have seen is pipeline infrastructure. I would compliment the amount of effort that ONGC helped us in looking at the data. When we took B80 field, and I humbly went into ONGC office saying that we are in a jungle and I am standing in front of a lion and I need help. And I said I want to see around my discovered field, where are your pipelines? And in a very sportive manner, they showed me all the pipeline maps with help of and permission of DGH, of course. When we saw that a very close gas line is passing very close to our field. And my first question to the asset head was, can I do a hot tapping of my gas into this pipeline? And he said, principally, yes. And that's kind of a team spirit, that's a kind of a input that we get when we collaborate with our team people, and the type of data that is shared by ONGC. Now all that data needs to go into a digitalization mode also. So besides seismic, besides well interpretation, beside our maps, beside our well completion reports, it is this kind of secondary data that also needs to get populated into our NDR, and that is what the real next challenge for all of us is. We need a set of core library which is there located in Kanjurmarg or now located in